You've seen Marvel. You've binged Netflix. You know the shows. This isn't one of them. This is The File. One clan, 10 cases. They don't post, but everyone copies them. And you're next. BAM Bombaccino looks like trouble. Heavy coat, twitchy hands, pockets that never sit still. People go quiet when he enters. He waits just long enough to let it land, then grins. He's in charge of celebrations. The clan marks every success, no matter how small. A message delivered, a window replaced. Once, a rival tripped on his own shoelace, and Bombaccino lit a fountain of sparks outside headquarters. He said the clan stays lucky when it remembers to cheer. He talks, constantly, to fill the room, to set the pace, to make silence feel like a mistake. He never checks if people listen. That's not the point. Once a week, he eats beet and carrot salad. Says it builds willpower. He cries through it, quiet, steady, but he never stops chewing. Just keeps talking until the bowl is empty.
Bam Bombaccino! Attenzione, attenzione! Qui arriva il leggendario...
Bobritto Bandito doesn't ask permission to walk a street. People step aside before they even realize they've moved. He doesn't raise his voice or repeat himself, but the money still arrives. Every block, every week. He wears the same heavy coat, even in August. Sweat soaks the lining, but he keeps it on. Some say it hides a Thompson. He never says, but the shape says enough. People always notice the cooler, plastic, scratched, held like a briefcase. Inside, raw meat, no wrapping. When talks get tense, he opens it, takes a bite, chews slow, never breaking eye contact. He runs the local cruise, keeps things quiet, watches the street the way you check your pockets, just to make sure what's yours is still there. By the time someone speaks, he's already chewing. That's usually enough.
Oi, oi, oi. Bobritto Bandito? El Bobritto Gangsterito Bandito.
Challenge time. According to statistics, only 3% of viewers manage to like this video and subscribe before the timer runs out. Are you fast enough? Prove it. Drop a comment if you made it in time. Bulbito Bandito Traktorito steals only food. Potatoes, eggs, grains, nothing else. He says store food tastes bitter. If it's not stolen, it makes him gag. He supplies the whole clan. No one asks. He just knows when the fridge is low. And the next morning, it isn't. He laughs too loud at jokes everyone's heard before. He tells them like secrets. Then laughs alone. People let him. It keeps him happy. He never takes elevators alone. One time, he waited 40 minutes just to ride 5 floors with a stranger. His tractor runs on something no one can trace. It doesn't growl, it glides. Cops say it's too quiet, too fast. By the time they hear it, he's already 2 streets away, eating a stolen boiled egg and telling a joke no one wants to hear again.
Bulbito Bandito Traktorito! Mamma mia, chi ha dato il trattore a questa patata?
Kiwitto Banditto changes small things, just enough to make people uncomfortable. He says real sabotage starts when people stop trusting their own furniture. Once, he loosened a screw in every chair at a family table. The wobbling never stopped. People shifted, grumbled, snapped at each other. By dessert, they were all arguing. Another time, he sat outside someone's door and made the same soft squeak over and over for 4 hours. The dog broke first. The neighbors moved a week later. He's very superstitious. Before walking through a doorway, he always knocks 3 times on wood. One time, 2 black cats crossed his path, one in front, one behind. He stopped, looked around, then climbed over the house. He doesn't destroy anything, he just leaves things unsettled.
Kiwitto Banditto è membro di una banda criminale. Roa, oi oi.
Espressona Signora never gives orders. At least, not in a way anyone remembers. She speaks softly, sometimes more to the air than to people. But people move, things shift, decisions get made, and no one knows who made them. She leads the clan without title or name. Her name is on nothing. Her dinners are slow, silent, strange. 1 seat for her, 1 seat untouched. That second chair is always there. So is the glass beside it, filled but never sipped. Sometimes she lifts it, nods. No one asks who it's for. She never drinks. But one thing unsettles her. Children. If one comes too close, she scratches her temple and whispers, "No, no, 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 no." Then she gets up, silent, and hides in the guest bathroom until the child is gone.
Espressona Signora. Oh sì, ma chi era davvero? Espressona era una tazzina molto carina. Aveva movimenti
Cappuccino Assassino never crosses on green. He waits 10 full seconds. Says serious men don't follow blinking lights. If you move when told, you've already lost. He works with the stubborn ones, the holdouts, people who say no until something shifts. He meets them alone, in quiet rooms, no shouting, no threats, just a chair across from theirs, and time. He always brings a gift, a keychain, a lucky charm. Once, a tiny plastic frog. He places it gently on the table, says nothing, and begins sharpening his swords. The sound is soft, steady. It goes on for minutes, sometimes hours. No one interrupts. By the end, something always gives. He says violence is a failure. If he ever uses the blade, then someone else didn't do their job.
Cappuccino Assassino!
Footera Criminalera handles collections. He doesn't raise his voice. He sighs, he mutters. He circles back to the same complaints until people give in. Not because they're scared, but because they're tired. He bumps into furniture constantly, corners, tables, hanging lights. Every time, he winces, rubs his head, and whispers, "Sorry," without looking up. Once, he knocked over a bowl, caught it on instinct, then dropped it again, trying to apologize. During meetings, he keeps one hand under the table, flat against his leg. People assume it's a weapon, but he says it helps him drain the pressure, like weight running out through the wrist. For endurance, he trains in the desert, zipped coat, noon sun. The hotter it gets, the more zippers he closes. When sweat gets into his eyes, he keeps them open anyway.
Gangster Footera Criminalera! Indossa un outfit da gangster.
Gangster Gousini sits in every meeting, always near the boss. He doesn't talk much, but when everyone's done, they turn to him. He waits, nods, then repeats what someone else already said, like it seals the deal. That's his role, the final nod. He always brings a notebook, opens it like he's ready to write, holds the pen up for a moment, then closes it. Still blank. People think he's quiet because he's smart. Really, he's just confused. He puffs his cheeks, folds his arms, looks like he's thinking. It works. When he hears sirens, he panics. Once, he emptied a fridge to climb inside. He's never in charge, but he's always in the photo, and that's why they still invite him.
Brr brr Gangster Gousini? Le piace sparare con le sue selvagge pistole mafiose.
Linguale Criminale never says anything outright. He circles, he hints, he gives just enough to make others finish the sentence, and then regret how far they took it. Before important talks, he licks both palms and presses them to his face. He calls it a reset, does it fast like he's done it 100 times. He's searched constantly crosswalks, cafes, anywhere. Officers always say the same thing. He just looked wrong, they find nothing, but they check twice. He carries no weapon, he doesn't need one. He can derail a room with a pause, a cough, or the wrong name at the right moment. When someone pays him, he sniffs the bills, one by one, then folds them slowly and slides them away like each one told him something he wasn't supposed to know.
Linguale Criminale! Pong pong pong! La lingua gira.
Pappagallo Pistola listens more than he speaks, but when he does speak, it's what someone else just said, word for word, same tone, same pause. Not loud, just exact. People stop talking when he's around, not because of what he says, but because they don't know what he'll remember or when he'll repeat it. A week later, a month, in front of the wrong person. When handed documents, he flips them face down without reading, says paper should rest before it speaks, calls it a rule. No one argues. If the meeting turns tense, he takes out a dirty napkin, always the same one, and places it on the table, says it helps, that it soaks things up so no one else has to. He doesn't carry a weapon. He is one.
Pappagallo Pistola, che mira da scuola. Pappagallo Pistola, pazzo pericolo. Passeggiava.
You think you watched it. They think you didn't. You didn't like. You didn't comment. You didn't subscribe. So how would anyone know you were here? They'll talk, they'll guess, they'll name names. And you'll be the one who watched but left no trace. Fix that.